Welcome, Bills Mafia. Honestly, is there a better feeling than a W on a Sunday? I don't think so. Welcome to Chalk Talk, episode 7. The Bills are 1-0, and we defeated the New York Jets in a very, very fun comeback fashion. That's what we want our quarterback to do, Josh Allen, to lead us to a victory, and he got the opportunity, and he did it. We're going to get right into stats here, and we're going to go over what the Buffalo Bills actually did. And we'll start off with the Bills. Josh Allen, 24-37, 254 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. And 5 of those were to Beasley for 40 yards. So somebody thought that Beasley might have got a little bit more, including myself, but sometimes the game plan doesn't always work out that way. But Brown, man, I did not know he was that good. I knew he was good, but I didn't know he was that good. 7 receptions, 123 yards, 17.6 average reception. 38 was his long, and the touchdown, of course. That was awesome to see. You love how Allen, they do the go route with Brown, so that's all you expect is him to go, and they back shoulder it, and he gets it to him. That was perfect. What an acceleration there. Excellent play all around. Singletary had 5 receptions for 28 yards. He looked solid. In my opinion, he sparked that comeback with those runs that he had. It was very cool to see. Sweeney, 2 receptions for 35 yards, was nice to see as well. Sweeney seems like a nice security blanket for the tight ends, and very good blocking from the tight ends yesterday as well. So couldn't get it moving in the first half, though, at all. So, rushing, Josh Allen had 10 rushes for 38 yards and a touchdown. He's right on par for that fantasy player that you want to get a touchdown, rush a touchdown. That makes you right up there. So good job by Josh Allen there. 38's all you want from him. You don't want him to get beat up too much, which he took some hits yesterday, but you got to be a little careful. But it was great to see that. Singletary, 4 carries, 70 yards, 23 was his long. Man, did we see a little miniature LaShawn McCoy? I think so. I really did. I can understand what they've seen in him now and why they did what they did. It makes clear sense to me. My focal point, what kept us in it the whole time, was obviously our defense. Our defense was absolutely outstanding. They were incredible. Here's some Edmonds, 8 tackles, 5 assisted tackles. Hughes had 3, 2 assisted tackles. Shaq Lawson had 4 tackles, 3 assisted, 1 sack. Hughes also had a sack and a half, which was excellent. Matt Milano, 9 tackles, 3 assisted. He was everywhere. Man, he is a good linebacker. He is definitely progressing the way we think we wanted him to progress, and it was a pleasure to see him on the defense doing what he did. Now, Shaq Lawson, I was happy. Man, Shaq Lawson, I was really happy. For the first time ever since we had Shaq Lawson, I go, wow, he's improving. So he might get re-signed. They might sign. He was around. He was around the ball, and plus that sack was great. I just had to touch back on Shaq Lawson because I was that impressed with him. Poyer, 9 tackles, 3 assisted tackles, and 1 sack. Poyer was everywhere. Man, did that defense swarm. And then Ed Oliver only had 2 tackles, but Ed Oliver was a force up the middle. The penetration he got right up the middle was outstanding. So our first overall pick, that was great to see. I was impressed. And Siran Neal, 7 tackles, 2 assisted tackles. The defense was lights out, and they are the only reason we had an opportunity to win that game, and they gave us several chances. But once we got in the rhythm, because we're on the road, we finally did it. For the Jets, Sam Darnold had 28 completions, 41 attempts. He had 175 yards and a touchdown. At times, he looked like, Darnold could be all right. But Buffalo pretty much shut him down. From the star player of the New York Jets now, Le'Veon Bell, 6 receptions, 32 yards and a touchdown. And that was a pass from Darnold. Crowder had 14 receptions for 99 yards. He was around a lot. They got to make some plays at some point, but other than that, that's really the only. And the rushing from Bell, he had 17 attempts, 60 yards, and 12 was his long. So, Buffalo really, really, really closed the gap on those star players, and especially Le'Veon Bell. Even though he had a semi-productive day, he didn't do too bad, but we did really good holding him. The box score, so 6-0 in the first, no problem. Buffalo's got to get moving. They had so many chances, but those turnovers kept killing us. Nothing in the second quarter. Halftime 6-zip the Jets. And as a Bills fan, we felt amazing. Yeah, amazing. that we were only down by 6 after that. And gotta all admit that. And in the third quarter, the second half, like you want to do, the Bills adjusted. Only getting 3 in the third quarter while the Jets got 10. So it's 16-3 now at this point, and we're, it's crunch time pretty much. And now this is what you want to see if you're a Bills fan. You want to see them come back. And then we shut them out 14-0 in the fourth quarter to give us that squeak out 17-16 win. And when Singletary got the ball and he broke out a couple, that was beautiful thing to see. And then John Brown. So all the way around, very excited about what they did. The total plays, the Bills had 63. There were 370 total yards. 7 penalties on the Bills for 55 yards. I mean, not great, but, on top of those turnovers, I don't know how we got out of it, but we did. And our defense, that's how we got out of it. And 4 turnovers, that was the obvious part. 5 of 10 on third down. Rushing attempts, we had 25 for 128 yards. And to the Jets, 21 attempts for 68 yards. So in the run game, that was Devin Singletary stepping up. Frank Gore was very quiet. I think he was 11 of 20. So, Devin Singletary and Josh Allen were really the forces for our run game there, and it proved to be good. First downs, Buffalo had 23. The Jets had 17. Passing first downs were 11-12 in favor of the Jets. Rush first downs, big favor for the Bills, 8-3 for the Jets. And penalty first downs, 4 penalty first downs the Bills received to the Jets too. So those are some statistical things to go over. We know we've seen a kind of different game, but again, you get that last minute opportunity, and you get that you want your quarterback out there, then to take care of that, then good things happen if he's good, and he proved to make it happen, whatever they designed. So I don't care how long it took to get there. The Bills won. We finished when it mattered. And I personally didn't see Josh Allen really ever get rattled in this game. And I particularly liked that he was changing plays at the line of scrimmage. So with his calmness and his ability to stay calm in the tough situations, I think that was awesome. I think he was more fighting for his life last year, but we know that. He showed more poise in yesterday's win. And that poise and that lack of frustration because they're down for most of the game, or the turnovers, it never showed for Josh Allen. And I was proud to see that. I was happy to see that. And one more time, I got to say, out of all things, the defense is what kept us in this game. The defense was outstanding. And the Jets are no pushover. I mean, Le'Veon Bell and Crowder, I mean, they were out there. They were moving around. So they're no pushover. Our defense was definitely top in the league. I think we allowed the least yards so far, minus tonight's games. But, looking ahead, we're at the same stadium. We're at MetLife again for the Giants. And the Giants came off a pretty bad loss, 35-17 at Dallas. Eli was 30 of 44, 306 yards and a touchdown. Barkley, 11 rushes, 120 yards, 4 receptions for 19. So he was productive as usual. So there's no slouch there. That's their home opener. They're pissed off of a loss. So Buffalo, we got the road win. The road win was important. Now we're on the road again at the same stadium, a kind of unique situation, and we're familiar with that, so we kind of have like a semi-home feeling there since we already got a victory. That's how I feel. Anybody that's staying in New York or going to the game again, be safe out there and cheer, because I heard we were a force out there at times when we needed to be. Most of the game we were quiet because we know why, but we won the game, and that's important. As always, guys, thanks for watching the channel. We're facing the G-Men, and they're no slouches. But neither are the Bills. We're coming to rock the NFL this year, guys. Go Buffalo.